your life is on the line and you know that you're on an oxygen tank and they're going to put two in your head, see what you do. Because the bottom line is that me, I'm one person. I can never miss.
Guy's not being loyal to you. How could you be loyal to him?
Yeah.
And whether you're your father or not. So, you know, but it's always been hard because it was my father.
The word came down, this guy had to go. You know, we didn't know nothing about him until the last minute. And I liked him. I liked Bill. He was a nice guy, but...
Welcome to the show.
Like, write me and tell me I was a rat. I get a kick out of that. You know why, Bill? I guarantee you, I am the only author. I'm the only gangster. And, you know, they would go get the jobs. And I found that every job they go to, you know, you're hired. But, you know, my father would get a job for the day.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we got Ori Spado. What's up, Ori?
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
I'm doing great, man.
I got my cigarette. I got my espresso.
Hey, what more can you need, right? How's things been for you, Ori?
Bill, things are so good for me. You know something? When I was on the streets and I was a gangster, I loved it. I'll never say it was bad. It's not what people think it is when they watch the movies, but I'm going to tell you, I enjoyed my life. I did well. I never ratted on nobody. So today I'm still well known on the streets back east and out here. And I want to say a few things, if you don't mind, Bill, to kick this off. I've taken because, you know, I was very successful in business. And as a businessman, I always helped a lot of people out in my lifetime. From when I was a child, I was for the underdog. I always believed in telling the truth. Because I never had to remember what I said. And that's why my book, The Accidental Gangster, is all truth. But more importantly, Bill, I've taken me longer than some of these guys who are rats that have millions of followers and so forth. And you know, whatever they did. That's on them, not me. Okay? So it's taken me a little bit longer. But the people that write me every day across all my social media, and I'm on everything, and telling me how much I have helped them, how I have motivated them, how I have changed their life and they're much happier, how they're more successful. Those are the things that bring so much joy to me that I can't begin to tell you. And, you know, I want to address another thing while I'm here, and I'm going to use your platform for this. You know, when you become a public figure, there's going to be people saying bad things about you. I don't care what you do, okay? I don't care who you are, all right? You could be Judge Crease. There's going to be somebody out there that's going to say something bad about you, all right? But you know, some of the things are so stupid, and the dummies out there, you know, some people like to write me and tell me I was a rat. I get a kick out of that. You know why, Bill? I guarantee you, I am the only author. I'm the only gangster that at the end of my book, you will see my paperwork. You'll see my indictment. You'll see my plea agreement. Okay? You'll see the motion. You will see everything.
Wow.
So for you fucking dummies out there who want to call me a rat, you don't have the $29.95 to buy a book. You're a wannabe, and right? And you follow these morons and believe their shit. So read the book, folks, because just like in prison, when you go into prison, you better have your paperwork when you go on the yard.
Did they ask you for your paperwork? And what was that like when they came and asked you for your paperwork in prison?
Nobody ever asked me.
Never?
You know what? In prison, you'd be surprised. People in prison get more information than you get on the outside.
I know.
And I remember one guy who had fake paperwork given to him by the feds to put him in the yard, but they found out about it. And when
was the paperwork good or bad? Like, was it fake to be
it was fake good paperwork, but the guy was a rat. However, they did it. It was up in Lompoc. They had to take the guy out the yard and put him in. You know, they got some prison just for, where they put inmates to cooperate.
They put them all together, right?
They got them all together. Yeah, I think Terminal Island has a spot for it. There's a place in Texas, I believe. Otisville might have a spot. But they have them where they put those inmates who were rats, they put them together in a place.
But there are federal prisons where, I don't know why that echo is going, but it went away.
I don't know. Every time I talk to you, there's an echo.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. So there's some prisons that if a rat goes to certain prisons, federal prisons, they'll get killed, right?
They could get killed. Yeah, it depends on who they are.
Yeah,
all
like
right?
Whitey
They'll get the shit beat out of them. Okay, they'll get the shit beat out of them. All right. And I mean, I seen it happen. I seen it physically, seen it happen. And they beat the shit out. And I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, this kid was with everybody. Everybody thought he was real. And then,
they like him too, right? Like,
yeah, they liked him.
Yeah, like these people like him.
But
And
once the real paperwork came in, they had him. There's another thing. And people like to call people. There's some guy, he put up a thing. Is Ori Spado a rat or not? With a question mark, okay? Why'd he put that? His name's Scotch. Okay. They want to play a recording that was posted 15, 17 years ago by Kenji Gallo. I don't even want to mention that name. Okay? The
biggest rat ever, the Colombo family rat, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was taping the FBI. I went on record. Sonny was in jail. I went on record with Joe Todaro, the boss of Buffalo. They wanted me to keep doing it. I had 12 tapes. The FBI had Kenji put that up because they were trying to get me to work for them. My words to them was, go fuck yourself.
How did you meet Kenji Gallo, and how did that whole relationship ever even start?
I don't want to really give him any credit, but I'm going to tell you the very first time I met him. I had a meeting with Jerry Zimmerman at Jerry's warehouse out in Chatsworth. And Jerry and I were doing, Jerry and I made a lot of money together. Jerry was great guy. He was one of the best conmen you ever wanted to meet. He was good. And we made big scores. And I walked into Jerry's office, and Kenny's sitting there. This Oriental kid. His real name is Kaneko. It's not Gallo.
Do you remember what year this was?
Oh my God. That'd be in the 90s. I can't remember the year. Jerry's been dead for a long time. So anyways, As soon as I walked in, Jerry grabs me. Instead of bringing me in his office, he takes me in the back of the warehouse. And he says, listen, that kid, his name's Kenji Gallo. He's been a rat since he was 15 years old.
Oh, man.
He said, don't do nothing with him. He likes to be around wise guys and all this shit. Don't do nothing with him. The kid's a rat. He said, but once in a while, he brings me something, some porn that Jerry could sell. Jerry had the outlets to sell the porn. Okay? He said, so I'm
it was legitimate. It was a legitimate thing, yeah.
Porn was legitimate, yeah. Yeah, and Jerry had the contacts, you know? And so that's how we met. And then one morning, Jimmy Kachi and I used to have breakfast at Walter's on Cannon Drive every morning. 8:30, we'd be there. And Jimmy and I are sitting there. We're having our breakfast. And Kenji comes walking in. What the fuck? He lives in Orange County. Hey, Ori, hey, Jimmy. Now, Jimmy never met him. Now, Jimmy and I looking at each other like, what the fuck? I said, what are you doing here? Oh, I just happen to be in the neighborhood. You just happen to be in the neighborhood? You live a fucking hour and a half away. You know?
Yeah.
And Jimmy ended up taking a lot of money from this kid. And this kid thinks Jimmy loved him. But Jimmy was smart. The first time Jimmy got $3,500, Jimmy kept getting money from Kenny like you can't believe.
And it was Kenji coming through the FBI. The money's coming through.
Probably coming through the FBI. But you know, I told Jimmy right away, I said, this kid been a rat since he was 15 years old. And then he proclaims to be a big drug dealer in Orange County. Yeah. Look at just Los Angeles. I know every fucking body. I know who the biggest guy. He did a lot of time in prison. All right? It's a friend of mine. He's in the mortgage business. I will not mention his name. He's totally legitimate. But he was the biggest. And other big guys in that drug business, they never heard of Kenny Gale.
Freeway Ricky Ross was one of the biggest.
Oh, Freeway. Well, Freeway is a good friend of mine. I'm interviewing Ricky next week on my show, Stories with Ori.
That's awesome.
Ricky's a dear friend of mine. So I know the people.
This is before Kenji went to go cooperate against the Colombo family in New York, right?
How Kenji got in there? I mean, Jesus. He Jamba Danza, a bunch of other guys. It was, you know what? And he was posting about all of us. Me, Jamba Danza, several other guys that were with Teddy Persico. Okay? And they didn't know, I didn't know them, and they didn't know me. But we got to know each other because this asshole was posting shit about us, you know? And when I walked into NDC Brooklyn, when I got arrested, they all greet me. Hey, Ori, it's nice to meet you. It was, and you know, fucking, but you know, that's Kenji. His book is so, it's full of lies.
The kill shot. Kill shot, right? I don't know why it's echo like that. I gotta stop that. Hold on, because it's fucking bad, man. Hold on. Yo. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, it's not echoing right now. Yeah, kill shot. I read the book. I didn't think it was good, man. It sounded way too far-fetched to be believable. And I've interviewed Kenji, and I don't know, something about his story just doesn't add up.
No, a lot to his story don't add up. Story in his book about me and Donnie Staxx. Okay. You know, I used to date an actress, and Donnie Staxx was friends with an actress. Donnie was not having an affair with his girl. Okay. Elizabeth Hurley, it was. But they were friends. Kenny took pictures from across the street of a restaurant when they were having lunch. And it's in the book. It's so much garbage. Then there's a thing about, you know, that I fell on the floor, right, when Jimmy Kachi was collecting. Me and Jimmy Kachi went there. I'm the guy that collected the money. I'm the guy that talked to the guy who owned the porn place. Yeah, I'm the one. But Kenny don't mention that. But anyhow,
switching
we gave
things
Kenny
around,
too
right?
much credit. We gave him more credit than he deserves. Okay? And by the way, all right, when he posted that there, he says it's uploaded by Teddy Persico. So anybody knows anything about Teddy Persico, not in a million years would Teddy even know how to upload a fucking thing. And
Yeah,
besides,
they don't mess with the internet.
huh?
They don't mess with the internet like that.
Why do people want to try to get credit for something that's bullshit and a lie? You see what I mean?
Yeah, it's
There's
all
another
bullshit.
story, okay? That when I met Sonny Franchise, all right, at his son-in-law's restaurant, for the very first time, Lou Perry brought me to meet Sonny. It's in my book. Very first time. Sonny Franchise did not know me. Now, when Sonny spoke to this reporter from Newsday, I'm not going to mention her name, all right, but she's from Newsday. And she wrote a book about Sonny. She was going to the nursing home talking to Sonny.
I knew who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Now, she says Sonny was trying to poison me. And Sonny never liked me. For 50 years, this fucking guy never liked me. And I'm still here.
Well, you know
I know
how
his
people
entire
are.
family.
You know how people get, how they talk.
But you know, somebody, first of all, he don't know me. So how would he even know I was allergic to fish? Follow me?
Yeah, if he wasn't around, right? Did you ever hold on, this fucking echo is crazy. Was he ever around?
I'm not hearing it.
I'm hearing. Was he ever around when you caught allergic reactions from the fish? Ever?
No, that was the first and only time. And it was the very first time I met him. Okay? At a round table at Trattoria Siciliana on 2nd Avenue in New York. Me sitting here, Sonny sitting next to me, Lou Perry, Gia, Tina, Christina, Tina, his wife, and Johnny. And they were all young kids.
Oh,
now
so
look, when this guy was going there talking to Sonny to get questions, Sonny was calling me up afterwards, telling me what the fuck she said. He said, "What is she, dumb?" You know, and look at even Johnny says it. If you watch the Newsday thing, which my voice is part of it, Johnny said, Sonny, his father, always thought newspaper reporters were just like cops. So he's not going to tell them anything. So anyway, that's the folks. I wanted to get that out there, because these people, I'd like to get these people who do these things, and maybe we could go to the comedy club because it's really a comedy.
Did you ever offer them to a debate, have a conversation with them and clear the air?
Huh?
Did you ever offer them a debate to come on to a platform and clear the air with you?
No, because look I'm more in the motivational field, helping people. I sincerely, I just don't say I'm helping people. I really help people.